That is, not just an event disseminated by the national media, but an event that is entirely constituted by media. From the barrage of newspaper reports in the initial weeks, to the full-blown spectacles that were the specially commissioned televised programs, some of which featured the detainees confessing to their crimes before the camera. The true conspiracy happened at the level of media. One occasion in which we see such conspiratorial powers of media is a press conference held on June 2nd, 1987, called by the then Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew with the attendance of the Roman Catholic Archbishop Gregory Yong. Now, as suggested by various accounts, the conference had come as a shock to the Archbishop that once put it in place, is turned into an object to be attended to in itself, returned to the table for a new round of adjudication. So the files were on the table because the archive was in question. However, in an unexpected reversal, it became up to the files in the very moment of their removal from the archive to reinstate the archive to its originary status. Consider how these were files defined above all by their physicality as files, exploiting the double meaning that accrues to the word, referring both to the textual substance of the documents, as well as the palpable material holding them together. Laid open, but held at a distance too far for its contents to be examined. It was their tangibility rather than their readability that mattered. The point, transcribing bodies recall for me the body that takes its place before the camera lucida. The optical device used by artists to facilitate a point-to-point transfer of reality onto representation, so that there will appear to be no loss of immediacy between inscription and the inscribed, file and world. In leaning towards the scene, these bodies then appear to be demanding that the files on the table likewise demonstrate their indexical link to the real. The demand was the files to show that they were indeed files. And of course, as always, Lee was ready to respond to the new challenge. This time, a new strategy was deployed: cinematic montage.
In 1974, student activists became involved.
By this time, montage becomes a structure, not simply to present one file after another, but more importantly, to represent the relations of contact by which one file is produced from another, from one hand signing off to the next. I would go as far as to say that the cinematic cutting in the documentary becomes more of a handling or handing over, as literalized by the many anonymous hands that appear within the frame. Seen, for instance, in shots showing documents being laid upon the table, or flipped through by a hand entering from the wings of the screen. Now, the physicality of both file and hand is significant. For through this performance of files reaching out to each other by hand, what is asserted is an indexical relation that comes to connect all of a kind of temporary shelter, a container that acquires its powers of domiciliation from the self-present event of the file being discharged into circulation. It thereby offers the file a sense of an interior, the full substance of which remains sequestered, giving us something to hold on to, even as we persist in our search for the original. Confirming this is the little hand that hovers above the page of the PDF, through which we can hope to clutch onto a bit of the document's quasi-presence. In this grasp of the little hand, one can read anxiety, one can read power. Thank you.